Want to change from this to this? An ABSA home loan will guide you home. Make a happy home and prosper.
Today on Guiding You Home.
Robbie and Lisa, you are both individually looking to purchase an investment property. I'm very excited about this.
With an investment, you buy a property that's ready-made.
Let's have a look at the lounge first though. I know you like your outdoors, Robbie. My first sight of the bathroom was a little bit overwhelming. I thought it was maybe a little bit tiny.
They're actually very thin. Why?
At this point, Lisa, are you ready to put in an offer?
At this stage, my answer would be
Cape Town is not only one of the top tourist destinations in the world, but it's also a dream real estate investment hub for both South Africans and foreigners alike. But for many locals, building a property portfolio in Cape Town remains just that, a dream. Not, however, according to top real estate professional Daphney Klopper. She believes investment opportunities can actually be a reality for the middle-income earner who's looking to build wealth through property investment.
My name is Daphney Klopper, and I'm the principal and franchisee at Rawson Properties Table View in Bayside and Rawson Properties Parklands. Back in the mid-80s, one of the first jobs I did for Bill Rawson was to collate the data on the properties that were sold, add them up to get an average or a mean price and how many units were sold. Seeing the growth that was possible and the potential development of the individual and the empowerment was a great motivation to me to get into the property industry. Property in general is a solid investment, but you have to do your homework.
Today, Daphney will be showing two ordinary Cape Townians exactly how easy it is to create wealth through real estate.
What I want to ensure is, as first-time investors, that they have all the information relevant to their purchase so that they can continue to a second and a third one in time without being burnt on the first one.
Our first stop is aspiring property investor and entrepreneur Robbie Pretorius.
My name is Robbie Pretorius. I'm a programmer, an architect and a professional nerd. The way I would describe myself is mostly happy-go-lucky, very little worries. Even with breast cancer, it was something that happened that was intense, and then you went through it. You never have it, you go through it, and then it's done, and then you learn from it. That's also for me a big thing in my life. I'm looking to invest in real estate because I've always loved owning a home. I love playing around in my home, moving stuff, building, adding to, but it's a lot of work. Whereas with an investment, you buy a property that's ready-made. But I don't just want to buy a static property and put somebody in there and forget about it. For me, a property would always be a home. So I'm quite excited to find out how this process will work out and how I'm going to get to the point where I would like to be.
The next investment buyer that Daphney will be taking on a house hunting journey is mom, swimming coach and transplant Olympic medalist Lisa Du Plessis.
I was diagnosed with renal failure in 2006, and at the end of 2012, my specialist said it was time to start the transplant process. I'd already then had a donor that had come forward. It was my sister-in-law. We did all the tests and she was a match, and we went ahead with the transplant operation on the 13th of July 2013, and it was a great success. I attended the World Transplant Games in August last year in Argentina. I entered 4 swimming events, I won 4 gold medals, and I broke 3 world records for South Africa. You've only got 1 more week left, eh? It's break-up day on Friday.
Yeah.
His name is Cameron. He's in grade 7. He's the joy of my life. And why I'm looking at an investment property is I'm wanting to secure the money that I've got at the moment. Where's mine? Hey? Come on, Cameron.
Daphney is about to meet with Robbie and Lisa to find out what their individual needs are and how she can hopefully guide them to their first investment properties.
Robbie and Lisa, it's great to see you again. You are both individually looking to purchase an investment property. I'm very excited about this. I find it very exciting when people take accountability for their own financial future. Congratulations on actually deciding to do this.
Thank you.
What I want to find out from you exactly what you are looking for and what you're looking to achieve.
I'm definitely looking for inside a complex, safe complex. If I can, a ground unit, but upper unit is fine as well. But I actually need guidance on a lot of these. I don't even know all the questions I need to ask you.
And Lisa, for the moment?
In a security complex, for, in the event of me moving in, that I would like that facility with Cameron.
So you would be considering something that is an investment, but should Cameron, perhaps when he's in his teens, want to go and move into it, you want it secure and comfortable for him for that as well?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. Also, a relaxed environment, and I think where there are some families, as well.
Okay. Now, what are we looking pricing-wise?
Between 400 and 700, and I'm looking to put down about 400.
So you're looking to put in quite a large amount, so that the rental you receive is going to probably cover more than the bond, the levies and the rates.
That's right.
Okay, and for you, Lisa?
Looking at anything between 350 to 750. Again, it depends what's on offer. I'm kind of going to leave it open book. Willing to put down about 400 as well. Again, depending on what the value, what we decide on at the end of the day.
Okay. So if the property is a lower, you might put in less. Correct. Because you also want to gear it and achieve the highest rental.
Absolutely.
Okay, fabulous. So we're looking at investment properties. One of my favorites. There's three very key factors I want you to consider when we go and look at the properties. Number one, now when you're looking at purchasing a property, the entry levels, your 400s and up, are more likely to show your 10 to 12% rental return. Okay? When it comes to capital growth, rand value, not just percentage-wise, the higher the property, 1.5, 2 million and up, is going to show rand value, more growth. However, your rental return is going to be more in the 6 to 8% category, which means you're not necessarily going to cover a bond should you choose to have a 100% bond, which you're not looking at. So, number two, and very important, and this is a factor that a lot of people get confused with, return on investment, which is the money that you're going to get back on your investment, has got nothing to do with the purchase price of the property. It's what your physical cash input is. Third thing, because this is your first investment property, we're going to be careful. It's my job to look at the complexes, what's the body corporate like, all these factors. That's my job to get you the safest and best return within your budgets. Any questions at this point before I move on?
Let's go see the property.
So, this is the start of your portfolio with the various information we're going to be going through. When we look at the properties,
Thank you.
I want you to see the properties and to hear what I'm saying, but this is background information. This is extra homework you can look at tonight. I have selected 3 properties, all in sectional title complexes, so shall we go and have a look?
Yes.
Great.
Later on Guiding You Home.
The first impression of this home was pretty good.
I did not expect this.
It was very neat, very tidy, well maintained.
I was actually caught by surprise about what is available for this price range.
Do you want to move from here to here? An ABSA home loan will guide you home. Happy house hunting and prosper. Do you want to move from here to here? An ABSA home loan will guide you home. Move in and prosper.
Before the break,
Any questions at this point before I move on?
Let's go see the property. When can we go?
all 3 units that Daphney will be viewing with Robbie and Lisa are in the greater Vlooburg area, which means close to beaches, restaurants and beautiful views of Cape Town's iconic Table Mountain. The first stop, Table View.
Right, Robbie, Lisa. Very important to remember, when you're purchasing a residential property for yourself, You tend to buy with a heart first. You walk in and you love a property, then the head must match. With an investment property, you go with a head first and then the heart.
Okay, let's do it.
This unit is in a well-managed complex that is very popular with both tenants and buyers. It has 2 bedrooms, a private garden, excellent rental return potential, and it's on the market for just 669,000 Rand.
I chose this home because number one, the body corporate is very established and it's very safe. The units are very desirable to tenants, and should they wish to resale in the future, there will always be a buyer for a unit such as this. Right, ladies. This unit, it's a 2-bedroom unit, and as you can see, it's very easy to maintain. So when you're looking at tenants, we've got laminates to the left, tiling to the right, as well as additional cupboards up there.
Lovely.
Oh, good place here for your washing machine.
Yep, plumbed for one, and of course, oven and hob.
That's nice. Nice finish.
Come through to the lounge area.
The first impression of this home was pretty good.
I did not expect this.
It was very neat, very tidy, well maintained.
I was actually caught by surprise about what is available for this price range.
So it's very open plan. In this complex, we've got a lot of families. We've got first-time buyers. There's still quite a lot of investors in this complex who've purchased the property from development and still have their property. I've got one of the units down at the bottom, and currently the rental is twice what my bond is, and I'm still paying the rates and levies.
What are the levies used for?
Your levies differ from complex to complex. In this complex, they cover your water. Your tenant would pay the electricity. There's an electricity box, which is great. You don't have to follow that. You pay your own rates, and of course, in the levies, they also pay a certain amount of insurance. They're also responsible in a sectional title unit for the maintenance from the middle of the outside brick, outside, roof, etc. The internal maintenance is up to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good
see
questions.
the garden outside there.
Okay, let's have a look at the lounge first though. I know you like your outdoors, Robbie, and the bright area is important to you. As you can see with the lounge area, the downlights extend. Got a lovely French door heading out to the garden. Good security features, and of course that's something that a tenant is going to look at as well.
Cool.
Shall we?
Yes. After you.
Right, so here we go.
Oh, lovely.
Lovely little private garden.
Yeah.
There's your braai spot undercover. As you can see, shade cloth. The body corporate is very particular about any additions that are done to these units to make sure that the value remains there. So for shade cloth, for additions, etc., they have to adhere to the body corporate rules and regulations.
It's a positive experience for me. I like the outside. I like the children running around. I like it.
So here we have the main bedroom. As you can see, fully functional with built-in cupboards and large enough to fit a double bed.
It's quite big.
That's
For
not
such a
bad.
small unit. I mean,
it is
I'm
quite
actually quite
spacious.
surprised by the size of this.
Good features.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Shall we?
Let's go through.
What didn't quite work for me in this unit is the walls are thin. They're actually very thin. Why?
Bedroom number 2.
Yes.
Quite a tight squeeze, but I suppose, yeah, it's neat.
Functional.
Yes.
I'm not sure if you can actually put, maybe one bed, a desk. I don't know.
Right, so if we come on through this way, I've got the bathroom to my right. Have a look that way.
My first sight of the bathroom was a little bit overwhelming. I thought it was maybe a little bit tiny. But once you go in, you know, what more do you really need in a bathroom?
Oh, nice. Floor to ceiling tiles.
I wondered if you'd spot that.
Nice finishing on this.
Right, so the first unit that you've had a look at, I'm going to remind you about your portfolios. Have a look at that this evening. Gives you something to think about, so
Okay.
you've got more questions for tomorrow.
Excellent.
Daphne.
Will do.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, Daphne. Bye-bye.
This unit at 669,000 is very good value. It's shown excellent growth.
I think Daphne is on the right track.
It's very much what I was thinking about, very much in the direction that I would like to go.
She's brought us to a unit that is neat, tidy, it's well maintained, it has a lot to offer.
Actually, maybe if there wasn't more units to go see, I would say this is it.
I think after viewing the first unit, Robbie and Lisa are very well prepared for the next 2 viewings as far as information is concerned.
Very excited to see the others.